Hi friends, now we will see the filter properties. Now here I am writing the image tag. a.jpg is the name of the image and the height is 200 pixels and the width is 400 pixels. Save it. Sample.html s. Okay, now you are getting the image like this. Now I am going to apply the filter properties for that image. First one is I am writing image tag. That image I am writing a filter property. Filter column blur of 5 pixels, and before that I am going to use WebKit. Oh sorry, here what is happening? You are getting a blur effect on that image. Here you are getting a blur effect on that image. If you remove the WebKit, it will not work. Oh, is it working? Now it is supporting. Yeah. That is blur effect. Okay. Now I am changing the value to 10 pixels. Now the blur level is increased. Here I am using 1 pixels. Refresh the page. Now it is decreased. Now I am giving 2 pixels. Refresh. Okay, the blur level is increased. 3 pixels. It is increased a little bit. 4 pixels. A little bit. 5 pixels. It is increased a little bit. You are getting a blur effect on that image. You are getting a blur effect on that image. Next one is I am going to open the same file with Mozilla Firefox. Okay, here we have that one. Right click and open with Mozilla Firefox. Okay, wait. Okay, in the Mozilla also it is supporting. You are getting the blur effect on that image, but okay. Save, refresh. Okay. And the next thing is increasing brightness. Increasing brightness of that image by using the filter. We can do that one. I am closing this thing and I am trying to open this same file with Internet Explorer. Open with Internet Explorer. Oh yeah, here you are not getting that thing. It is not supporting. Okay, I am going to use MS and I will check it. No, still it is not working. Here it is not supporting. It is not supporting in this filter property, is not supporting in the Internet Explorer. That's why here you are not getting it. No. Okay. And next thing is brightness. Increasing or changing the brightness. BRIGHTNESS. Save it. Here I am writing as 0.5. Save it. Okay, now I am cancelling this filter effect. Now the page is like this. Okay, after changing the brightness, what is happening? the brightness of that image is decreased a little bit. Okay, if I give 0 1, save it, it is normal. Okay, if I give 1.5, it is increased. You can see that blur effect I am doing. Okay, if one is normal one is the normal image, normal default option. When you mention 0.5, what you are doing, you are decreasing the brightness of the image. You are decreasing the brightness of the image. Now what I am doing is, by default the image is like this only. Okay, the image is like this. What I am writing, img column HOVR hover. At that time I am using filter brightness, BRIGHTNESS, brightness of 1. Save it and refresh the page. When you move the cursor, on the image, what is happening? You are getting the brightness on that image. Otherwise, the brightness is decreased. When you move the cursor on that image, the brightness is increased. Okay, you are getting the image like this. Now, when observe carefully, when I am moving the cursor, okay, I am moving the cursor, suddenly you are getting that original image. Okay, now what I am doing is, in that image I am writing TRANSITION, transition all FS. Refresh the page. When you move the cursor, if you observe slowly, it is increased. If you observe the refresh the page, now it is looking like this. Move the cursor, what is happening? Slowly the brightness of the image is increased. It is taking 5 seconds. Why? Because here you mentioned 5 seconds. Okay, if I give 2 seconds, refresh the page and move the cursor again onto the image, within the 2 seconds the brightness will increase. And we can do one more thing. If you mention dot, what will happen? Oh, you are getting, it is not sudden effect, but you are getting a little bit slowly when compared to the normal thing. Am I right? Yes, because of transition all. By using transition all, what we can do, we can, by default you will get the effect when you move, but when you move the cursor, when you are applying any hover effect or any active effect or any link effects, when you are applying any effect, it is applying slowly. We can mention the time also, we can represent the time also. Here if you represent 2 seconds, then within the 2 seconds you will get the value. If you represent 5 seconds, within the 5 seconds, refresh the page, it will take 5 seconds to get the original image. Now it is looking like that is transition. You have to apply this transition all only in the image, only in the tag, not in the hover or in the active. So you don't apply these things. If you have to apply this thing in the normal thing, or normal element only. Okay. Next thing is, okay, I am removing this hover effect also, that is transition. For example, if it is not working in your browser, for example, it is not working in your Opera, use WO, then it will work. Next, save it. Okay, next I am going to remove this transition all also. And the next thing is increasing or changing contrast and changing contrast 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 of I am giving 100%. Save it. 100% means default normal image. Okay, I'll make it minus. You are not getting any effect. Save it, refresh the page. You are not getting any effect. Now in the contrast I am going to make it 200%. If you observe, it is changing. Okay, I will use filter effect. By default it is 100% only. 100% means default original image. You can increase the contrast or you can decrease the contrast. IMG column HOV or hover, then you can see the difference in the filter filter CONTRAST contrast of 200%. Refresh the page. When you move the cursor, the contrast of that image is increased. Yes, it's increased. You can observe this thing. I am going to make it 150, a little bit effect. If you want to make it apply slowly, whenever you want to apply this effect slowly, use transition and all and mention the all styles. Okay, and next thing is grayscale. Okay, we have a number of modes. In the color modes we have grayscale. What is a grayscale? Grayscale means black and white image. Every image are in grayscale. Every black and white image are in grayscale mode only. If you have any image in the grayscale mode, then it is black and white only. Here I am writing grayscale, GREYSCALE, grayscale. All black and white images are in grayscale mode only. Okay, it is looking like black and white image only. Okay, I will take other image B. Okay, now it is color image. Am I right? GRAY. Grayscale. Refresh the page. Oh, you are getting black and white image. But here, what is the image you have? Here you have color image. Here you have color image. But on the output you are getting a black and white image. By using this grayscale, we can convert the. If you make it 50%, the grayscale level is 50-50. The grayscale is affected on 50% only. 50% is only. Okay. Next thing is, okay, I am writing image hover filter of grayscale of 100%. And if you want to use transition, you can use transition TRANSITION, transition all 5s. Save it, refresh the page. Okay, when you move the cursor, slowly it is converted into black and white image, slowly, within 5 seconds. If you give 2 seconds, save it and refresh the page and move the cursor onto it. Oh, slowly you are getting that effect within 2 seconds. Like that, we can mention we can create we can convert that color image into black and white image also. We can do this effect in filter. Next thing is, normally the image is like this. Now I am using hue rotate, HUE, hue ROTATE, rotate of, I am using 50 degrees, DEG. We have to mention those degrees in DEG only. I am keeping it minus, save it, minus, save it. Okay, refresh the page. Oh, when you apply, what is happening here? This is the original. If you don't apply this hue rotate option on that image, this is the original image. What is this? Now this is the original image. Now here what I am doing, I am applying filter hue rotate of 50 degrees. Okay, now save it and refresh the page. It is changed. Okay, again I am changing it to 55 degrees. Save it. Page, you are getting little bit of change. If I use, I am going to use 75 degrees. Save it. You are getting green color. Am I right? So what is happening here? If you want to know about, I will show you in the Photoshop what is the hue effect. And next thing is, after hue rotation we have invert. Okay, rating, we are still loading. Next, if we give, I am going to give 90 degrees. Save it and refresh the page. Again it is changed. Control Control Y, I am opening image, any image over which I am opening this. Okay. Here you have one more thing. What is that? Hue and saturation. If you decrease the whole saturation, you are getting black and white image. When you change the hue, what is happening? The color is changing slowly. Am I right? On that thing also, what you are doing, you are changing the color. By using hue rotate, we can change the color, same effect on the HTML also. You are getting the same effect in the, okay, here I am giving 70 degrees. It is changing. I am going to give 360 degrees. Save it. Okay, you are getting normal effect. If you make it normal, okay, 90 degrees. Hue rotate. When you change the hue, what is happening? The color is changing. You can change those things in this CSS also. Next one is invert. Okay, invert means, how do you know negative? Okay, if I use translation, how you will get? We will see it once. I am going to, it is normal. Here I am giving 360 degrees. Okay, it is normal. Here I am giving hue rotation is copy and paste it here. Hue rotation 90 degrees. Save it. Refresh the page. Oh, when you move the cursor, oh, slowly. Okay, again refresh. Is it looking nice? Am I right? It is looking very nice. When you move the cursor, slowly the color is changing one by one. Because of hue rotate, you are getting this effect. When you move the cursor, it will change. When you move it back, it will change. Okay, it is looking good. And the next thing is invert. And again I am going to keep it minus. It will not work now. Save it. Invert. INVERT, invert. Already you know negatives. Negatives also. In olden days you can see the negatives also. We have to mention this invert option in the percentage. I am giving 50%. Okay, save it. See this thing, refresh the page. You are not getting any effect on that image. Am I right? Now it is not visible. Okay, I will give 75%, filter, invert, refresh. Now you are getting like this. In olden days you can see the negatives. When I give 100%, it is looking like this. 100, I am going to do 200, save it, refresh the page, it is increased. You can see this type of negatives in the olden days. Okay, if you take any image of a person, okay, here you don't have, here is that. Okay, I am going to drag this pic. Okay, here I am changing the name as C. Okay, c.jpg. Here also I am going to change is as c.jpg. Save it. Now check the output once, refresh the page. Oh, it is looking like this. That is invert. If I mention invert of in 30 degrees, will you get any effect? It is looking like this. You are not getting that much effect. If it is 50%, it is adding. If it is 90, it is increased. If it is 500%, it is looking, you are not getting any that much effect. Next one is opacity. Already you know opacity. By using this filter option also we can apply this opacity. Okay, if you want to apply this thing, make it, you can apply this transition, filter, invert in hover also, but I am not using that one. Next thing is opacity. This thing is opacity. Opacity is, in that opacity I am giving 25%, save it, refresh the page. When you apply opacity, it is, if you increase the opacity, okay, 100%, it is like this. Okay, when I decrease the opacity to 50%, then you will get the transparent, you will get it as a transparent thing. Next, if you decrease 25, the opacity of the image will decrease. And next thing is saturation. 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 You have to mention that thing in the percentage only. I am giving 25%. Save it. Okay, by default it is looking like this. If you don't give saturation, save it, refresh. Okay, it is looking like this. Now the saturation is 25%. You are not getting that much effect. I am giving 100%. Okay, I will make it 0. When you decrease the saturation, spelling mistake. SATURAT. Okay, in Photoshop mode I showed you that when you decrease the whole saturation, what you will get? You will get the black and white image. Okay, you will get the black and white image. Okay, if you give 30%, okay, the saturation is increased. Like that we can change the saturation of that image. We can change the saturation of that image. 70, save it. When you measure 100%, it is looking like this. Okay, that is saturation. Next one is sepia. SEPIA of. Okay, just I am not giving anything. First I will keep it in Now this is the original image. Okay, in this API I am giving just 20%, just 20%, and I am removing this. Okay, here you are not getting any effect. What is happening? The color level is changed. When you give 90%, again it is changed. In 0, you are not getting any that much effect. You are getting original image only. I will do the same thing on b.jpg. Save it, original image. When I give, okay, I will give it in at here in the hover effect. Sorry. Copy and paste. In this API I am giving 60%. Refresh the page. Now it is looking like this. When you move the cursor, slowly it is changed. Okay. When you mention 90, oh, it's very more. Okay. These are the filter effects we can use on the image. And the next thing is font. It's very easy. It's very easiest thing. Okay. I am writing edu. I have some content page. Refresh. For the div I am applying the styles. First thing is font style. In that font style I am going to apply ITALIC italic. Save it. It is been. Now it is looking like this. After applying the font style italic, it is looking like this. Okay. In that font style, what are things we can use is, one is oblique, one is normal, and one is oblique. This is oblique, and when you use italic, it is looking like this. In oblique you will get a bold effect. In oblique, what you will get? You will get a bold effect. And next thing is font variant. Next thing is font variant. variant. In that font variant we can use small caps. One is small caps and another one is normal. SMALL small minus CAPS caps. Save it. Refresh the page. Okay. What you are getting here? You are getting all are in capital letters. Okay. When you don't use small caps, you are getting the content like this. Okay. After using small caps, how you are getting? You are getting the content like this. What it is doing? It is converting the all small letters into capital letters. All small letters into capital letters. Next one is font weight. Next one is font weight. Okay. WEIGHT of in that font weight and the default one is normal. Okay, the default one is normal. Okay. Next, what are things we can use in the font weight is, first thing is bold, bold, bold. Save it and refresh the page. Oh, you are writing the bold text, yes, bold. Next one is lighter, lightr, lighter. Refresh, it is decreased, it is decreased. And next thing is, instead of bold you can use the bolder also. Instead of bold you can use bolder, bolder also. You will get the same effect as bold. Okay, I am refresh. You are not getting any change in between the bold and bolder. Next thing is, we can mention the size also. Here I am giving 600. Save it. See the output, it is looking like this. If you mention 200, save it, it is normal. If you mention 400, save it, you are not getting any effect. Am I right? Normally, if when you mention to 600, you are getting bold. Okay, we can mention the size also like this. 200, less than 600 is normal. When you mention 600, then it becomes bold. Okay, I am going to mention 800. Now I will check with 800. You are not getting that much effect. If we give 1000, still you are not getting any effect. Why? Because it is not the predefined value. Okay, you will get the text normal only. You can use 600 and you can use 800. Okay, you can use 600 and 800. Okay, and the next thing is font stretch. Next thing is font stretch. STREETCH.